Hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. Earlier today, because I probably will stop earlier as well. But yeah, let's try to get stuff done today. Hey, GD Bobby. Welcome, welcome. So it's almost working. The code chat. We had like a problem with the system registration that if we don't include graphics system here, it fails because of the update function. So that's the thing we want to address today, because when we go into register system, it creates this thing and then it creates this function, and it needs to know the type here, which is fine, it does. But then in here it fails because it cannot resolve, for example, the graphics system, because game core uses the graphics system here, and then it can't resolve that here, which in this case is a little bit obsolete because we don't really need that if we already get the engine here. But that's a detail. That's a special one. There are other systems that still fail because of other dependencies. So I've cooked up a way, I think, how to fix that. The easy one would be, and the quickest one would be just to include the type here in the, yeah, like do this here, which is more or less what we will do. But I will generate a little more code, because now that we have a code generator, why not use it? And we will generate a little more code to actually reduce this madness here with the template magic. So basically I think this will completely disappear if everything works out, and we will have only one thing left here that we need to have for the fact, like the module. Probably is not called module factory then anymore. I mean, maybe. So yeah, what I thought is that we go here, module generator. I'm not sure if I will put it as I mean, probably. So first things first, I wanted to clean this up. Hello, good afternoon. How are you, Rio? I think we will create a constructor here, and then we add a couple of things here that we take the type database and maybe the module namespace stack as well, because why not? I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I heard a lot of people seem to have gotten the flu, because at the company a lot of them have it as well. Seems to be something going around again. I mean, it's winter, so expected, but still. Private module namespace. And it's probably this. Actually, I think we can leave those out. And then we have the private type database. Perfect, and we can get rid of that and that. A module path. Yeah, and then this is module source path. And then this goes away. This goes away. I think that's it, yeah. So this goes away, this goes away. Perfect. I'm working on code generation, so what we do is I'm generating those files here, for example this one. This one is of course a little bit simpler. The graphics one is a little bit more sophisticated, or like, well, not sophisticated, but a little bit more code. And it's basically like looking in the modules similar to Unreal. You can compare it to the Unreal header tool, I guess, in some sense. It looks for classes that extend this interface, and then it generates this, and those parameters here at the end are the ones that the system takes into the constructor. And then we can do dependency injection with that. We did that with the template magic before, but the constructor doesn't allow that, so we had before an init function here. And then you can do some template magic to get the arguments at like compile time from a function. But having it in the constructor I think is nicer overall as like a API interface. And then we do the same for assets, right? Everything that inherits from asset, we register here, and then everything that inherits from asset serializer, we add here. And then it always looks for constructors or static create functions, like this one here. This one has a static create function, and then it fills out the needed parameters. So yeah, that's more or less that. And it's almost working, but we have like one problem with those systems here, that when we register, they as well have an update function potentially, and that has still the template magic to retrieve the arguments, but those arguments, when we register, those arguments need to be known fully. Unfortunately, I didn't find a way around that yet, and I don't think it's worth it. Maybe there is some template magic that you could do, but probably not, because we build a function out of that. So yeah, I don't think it's possible actually. Not sure. There might be a way to do it with template magic, but why not use the code generator, and then the code is more clean and readable anyways than whatever like template magic we might come up with. So yeah, that's the last part that is missing, which I'm doing now, is generating this update representation here, more or less, that I have all the includes that I need. And there is the easy way to just write the includes, because I can do that, but we will do it a little bit more in depth, let's say that way. But that's target name, that's target namespace split. That's, wait, is that base path here first? Ah, public. Yeah, and then we need the type database here. Perfect. Because that cleans that up a little bit. So here we generate system code. And we give it the engine systems, and we get out I think we can do that actually in the CPP here only. We have the systems here as well, yeah. Yeah, we do that probably, and we get includes out. So maybe we actually do that first. Generate systems, regis, like generate systems. Yeah, it's fine, I guess, to call it like that. I'm not sure, maybe I find a better way, but think, and then this one would go away. System includes do I need them somewhere? No, okay. I guess we could have it down there. Let's do private ring generate systems code. I mean, we could do like one, yeah, whatever. Could as well do like one at a time, I guess. I think it's not really needed. Wait, is that not where it should be? Oh, okay, maybe not. Sorry. like the C++ way of putting it there, but it's let's call it engine systems. Oh. Wait, engines is... Yeah, okay, no. Not here, and then we put it here, and then this is engine systems, engine systems. Perfect. And we have system includes here, which is an out parameter here. Which is fine. We'll just do that. Oh, wait. Okay, well, we could do that. That's fine, I guess. Okay, so those are the system constructor arguments. And now we get as well actually we probably don't need it to do it like that. That is just like that for now. That is my entity library, yeah. That is the one that I'm using. References. Is it here? Why is it not shown? Why? But it is. Where is it? Entity age? God damn it. Where? Ah, here. And yes. I use it. It's for quite nice. It's very, let's say, low level. You need to build a little bit around it, but I mean, it really is just the entity component storage. Doesn't have a lot around it, I would say. That is. No, yeah, it's not. I'm still surprised that they didn't change it yet. But I guess it's really hard to rewrite that part of the engine, most likely. We want a code generator. I mean, you can hit me up either here or on Discord if you want to add me. Because I'm probably a little bit like as well. I'm working currently on a project at work that uses the ECS system quite a lot, so maybe I can answer you some questions. I don't know if you want to. Maybe not as well. I'm not sure. Right? It depends on what the questions are you have, but it's, I think, way superior than the old system and what Unreal is doing and old Unity. For each system, so first of all, we do probably create a new scope, which is an anonymous namespace. And then we end a line here. Which is template dot. Then we add another line, append struct engine module meta that. Or actually that is, yeah, no, that's like that. And then here is engine system, probably fully qualified name, but we want to trim it. Maybe actually we give that namespace stack. Do I want to do that? Nah, probably not actually. Never mind. Or maybe we have that in a separate place. Maybe that's actually just a like a function. Yeah, Twitch does that. Two things I need to experiment to see how to do something similar in Unreal components can inherit from other components. So two things. Yes, that is the Unreal and the old Unity way. I would try to get away from that thinking and think of components more as just data. And if you want to have, and see if you can split them, you know, that you have like component A and component B, and if you have component A and B on the entity, then it's like you would have your extended component A, if that makes sense, right? Because usually in the ECS, components are just the data. They don't have any functionality. So you really need to treat them like that. You will never want to have functions on an entity in that system. Except for maybe getters, setters, and that's it. You don't want any logic functions on those components. And the nesting you can do, you can create a component that's like a hierarchy component that could store a list of other entity IDs. So you can do that, but you need to build it and doesn't have that out of the box. But I think, yeah, the main thing you need to... It's hard. It took me as well some time to get used to it. Components should not have anything. No, the game logic is then in systems. So see, wait, I can show you. So like a super easy example, right? I have my light components for the lighting. They have like a directional light, a point light, a spotlight, not. You have like those 3 lights. Those are just data, right? They are just structs with data. I could have stored them right in the components itself, but for reasons with the graphics system, they are separate. But yeah, they could be, those members could be just here as well. Or for example, the camera component. Let's say actually maybe a better example. So the camera component, I have like just if it's a primary camera or not, and then some settings here on the camera with few projection matrix and stuff like that. But no transform, right? The transform is its own component, which just has a rotation, translation, and scale, and some helper functions for that. But it's really just data, and those functions are just getters and setters for those members. It doesn't move, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't move the translation. And then I have a camera system somewhere. Where is it? Free camera. Is it here? No, of course not. Ah, here it is. So what a system is, and you have that in end, so that comes from end, basically. I just encapsulated it a little bit away, is you create views. Entity component system. You create views on components. So basically you tell, I want to get all entities that have a certain set of components. So in this case, I want every entity that has a camera controller, a free camera controller, a transform, and a free camera runtime. That's where I store runtime information. So those are static, more like, I mean, the transform is runtime as well. This is static. In the editor, you set up your free camera controller, and those are the 2 runtime components. But that's a little bit more detail that you don't really need to care about. Basically, I get every entity that has all those 3 components. And then you can iterate over them with a for each. Here it's encapsulated into a function, but basically that's just a for each. And it calls it for each entity. You will see that in the documentation of end. And then this is where your game logic comes in. And here I'm moving the camera and stuff like that. Because I know I have a free camera, I have a transform, so I can move my camera. If that makes sense. So yeah, it splits data and logic. But it's really powerful, and it makes it so easy to work with. Actually, once you've shifted your point of view, I think you wouldn't want to go back. At least I really don't miss the old entity system with components and components having data and logic. Because this way it's like really easy to like write multiple systems that are completely independent from each other, and you don't have everything in the camera controller anymore. Well, actually the light is probably, nah, it's not really a good example, but yeah, the lighting system as well. I mean, it maybe is actually a somewhat decent example. Let me check again. I mean, yeah, I have like 3 systems here, right? One for directional point light and spotlights, and that's just what it is. And it as well just sends the data for all spotlights that have a transform to the render thread, basically. Exactly, yeah. I mean, we can talk in more detail later. But yeah, it's yeah, the transform composition is probably a little bit more complicated. That I didn't really look into because I'm not even sure if it's a thing I want yet, to be able to nest entities. It might be something I want, but for now I wouldn't know why I mean, yeah, probably it's nice for items and stuff like that on a character. So yeah, probably eventually I have to find a way to do it as well. I don't know if you know the Hazel engine from the journal. If you have access to that because you're subscribed once, he has a system built. He uses Ent as well, and he built a system to nest objects and entities, and he has like nested transform. So he solved it already. If you want to see an example. So the Hazel engine, right, from the journal. That one, it's a Patreon thing. I think you need to pay $10 or something like that once, and then you could sync the repository and don't need to pay anymore. And he built a system to do like the nesting of entities. So he has it in his engine, so you could look it up there how he does it with Ent. But I guess you would find something online as well. People probably have done it already as well. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. Don't tell him. That's what I did. I mean, I didn't really take anything, I think, ever from him yet. Because I generally don't like how he solves some stuff. I mean, it's always a matter of taste, but yeah. Wait, do I need to do that? Wait, didn't I solve that? Ah, yeah, I do already. I already enter a scope, right? So probably I want to do using here. Generator, enter scope. It's like that. And then this is here the arguments to the function, which we need to figure out. And here I want Engine. Well, I need to. Oh no, that's the struct. What am I doing? That's not what I wanted. So here I want to generator. Or basically we have two functions then, generator and the scope. God damn it. One is create system. Well, actually we probably call it an engine system meta. Or we could call it just create. And that is a unique pointer of engine system name. And that is basically string engines because I think we want to return that. If I'm not mistaken. Let me quickly verify. Entity factor entity, no, not entity, engine factory. Oh yeah, it's an engine system. Yeah, perfect. Oh wait, actually yeah, it's actually in Onyx probably the namespace, so then we have a little bit easier time to do all of that. Because then this is really just engine system. And then here we can do a create the tags engine. And a deserializer. Perfect. No, they are usually quite cheap. But again, I didn't do I mean, the game at work, it uses a similar system and it's not really an issue. I mean, it's maybe a little bit more optimized, but it's in a AAA game and it doesn't use End. They have built their own, but it's very similar to End. And it has this few concept more or less as well. So it's not. Well, I work for Remedy. The rest you might be able to find out. Because it's already an announced game. But I'm not sure. I think my company said I shouldn't say which game I'm working on. But if you look for Remedy and what games they are working on, you will figure it out. Pretty sure. Because for some reason I'm allowed to say that, but not which game I'm working on. It's bureaucratic, so I don't know. Append. So here well, I'm not sure if my engine is a good learning. Well, I hope, but I'm not sure if it's in the state yet where it's good to learn from. But some can hope, I guess. How do I do that now? Oh yeah, I wanted to do if I think I wanted to go here again to the engine module factory. Yeah, exactly, something like that. So if const expr we are deserializable. So basically we add another scope. And that is actually here. That's actually var engine type name. So that's the upper part, that's the airs part, right? And then here we do oh wait, actually it's this, it has settings. I mean, I guess we could. I could actually do that a little different. Maybe we'll think about that in the future, but for now, let's do that. Then I will do the actual serialization here. Generator append this one is setting, well, not settings, engine type name. Actually, I probably should do it different now that I think about it, but what can you do? Now we add here return make unique of that, and we pass in all the arguments. The arguments we need to build. And that is basically getting all the constructor arguments. I think I want them with names. Well, actually I want. Probably not with names, hold on. Well, I only want the names, sorry. And that would be this. Kinda. Well, hold on, actually maybe not. Actually not. What we can do is actually do that a little different. So generator, or constructor, parameters, probably select because we want to transform it. And then we return here a new string, which is engine.get system with that and that. And then this is our parameter type name. Which I think I want to actually get the real types. So we do var constructor parameters. Yeah, and then this is for each constructor parameter. We select that, get the fully qualified name and trim them. Actually, I think I do that maybe. Var additional construct. Well, yeah. Actually, hold on. Maybe that's not what I want. Maybe I want to do it like that. Like that. And yeah, then we do for each. Do it like that actually. Generator append. Now we do. Okay, maybe not. Sorry, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, it could have worked, right? It might actually have worked. Never mind. Could do it like that. So that would be like that. Now we do this, and here we do an N. Or we leave that out actually. Sorry. We do that at the end. Then generate the append. Don't actually need to do anything, right? Because that appends it as a line. Oh, but now we need to string.join. That should maybe work, I'm not sure. If we have any, then we do that. Errors we just make unique like that. Might work, might not work. That is basically the same down there. Which I'm not curious if I can. Let's duplicate it for now, I don't know. Or is there like a refactor? Create like I think I can actually do that as a private function here inside, right? Is that how it works? I'm not sure how it works. Or is it like that? I think it's like that, right? But yeah, the settings one we need to do special, but we don't do that for now, it's fine. I'm just curious how that works out. And then let's do generate get code. We put that out there. And then after the includes, append system code, generated systems code. Let's build that. Let's see what we get. We'll probably get a bunch of garbage. Build, publish. Did I publish? It doesn't look like I did. Did it really publish? It doesn't look like it did anything. But it clearly didn't do it. Not quite sure why it wouldn't do that, but okay. Fun times ahead, I guess. So if I build graphics now, okay. Why does it not work? What is wrong with you? Stop it. What? It somehow deleted all the settings or what? I am confused. Not gonna lie, I'm very much confused. It's as if it doesn't build it or something like that. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Let's kill it. Let's restart the Onyx code gen. Let's build debug first. Okay. Then let's go publish. Okay. Did you publish for real now, or did you just claim to publish again? Why would you not do that? Just publish in there, I don't know. What? Hello, Visual Studio? Can you please do as you're told? Alright, I guess I need to Google, because C# publish does not publish. I have no idea. Okay. But where is that publish thing? Everything. Profile, pub XMR. No. I mean, it worked just fine the other day, and even today, I think. It just stops working now for whatever reason. This PCC project. Let's create a new profile. Maybe that helps. I don't know. It's bizarre. Self-contained Win64 release. That worked again. Whatever. I am amazed. Thank you for absolutely nothing. Oh, see, it works again. God damn it. What the hell? So yeah, I want to see what comes out here. I mean, almost. Oh my god, no, please. Okay, we have a little bit of a problem with formatting, not gonna lie. Unique. Okay, I mistyped that one, perfect. But we have two systems here, it's almost correct. Wait, did I do that or was that there? Well, that was not there, okay. Module generator. Sure. So make unique. Of course, we should write unique pointer correctly. Otherwise, that's a problem. Then we have. Okay. Now we are missing a parenthesis somehow. Oh, there's one. Okay, now that's fine. We need this at the end, of course. I see, so that's missing. Which I'm not sure how to do that yet, but we will find out. And I mean, that's almost correct. We're just missing the... Oh no, wait, actually that is fine, right? Wait, why is it complaining? Oh, because I'm stupid. I see what's wrong. Why is there a parenthesis? It's like that, right? Yeah. Okay. And then let's see, maybe we can add a different thing here. And struct. Do we want to have that? I mean, maybe I don't like that thing as much as I did before. Let's first fix that other thing, I guess. Or no, actually I need to. String and string scope exit. Let's do it. Enter. Enter scope, no braces. So basically what I want to do is here enter class, because then I have the semicolon at the end. And then here we can do using generator enter scope, no braces. But actually that one doesn't really make sense to have a string here, I think. And then it's really just that, I think, for each. Actually, maybe not. How do I want to do that? I mean, basically I would want to just say additional Let's actually just make it simpler. Actually, we do probably a 4. Or actually, no, we can do a 4 each, it's fine. Just need like a pool here once. This one again. What? Oh, wait. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. Then after the first one, we are through. Do I need to have a different list? Probably not, right? Oh, I guess. Let's have it like that, and let's publish again. Did we publish to the correct folder? We did. And then if we build that again, we should hopefully get maybe not, okay. Oh yeah, because only the executable changed, then I need to still add that to the build step, that if the executable of the code generator changes, we need to regenerate. But yeah, I think that should be a little bit better formatted now, hopefully. Or not. How did I break that so hard? God damn it. Oh, okay, well, I mean that for sure is wrong. And then what else do we have here? Why is that empty? Oh, because I'm stupid. But then I think it works. At least I hope it does. Let's see. Wait, do I want to have it like... Wait, actually I don't want to have it like that. But anyways, it doesn't matter for now. What is going on? I'm still... How did I... It's so hard. Can't I write even code? God damn it. So here I close it, here I do that. And then I actually don't want to have it like that. Probably want to have it like that. And we can most likely do that with oops. We could make it a little bit nicer there, but I think that's fine. We could make the generated code look a little nice, even then, like that. There's potential. Repaired. Alright, so that would be the function number 1 that I want to generate. Let's see if we finally have it correct. Beautiful. Almost correct, right? Because this is wrong and this is wrong. Wait, why? Oh. Hold on. Oh my god, how did I do that? But now it's right. Right. And then we create the other function and we fill out the actual runtime tomorrow, but there's one more function that I want to generate. And then we will do the rest tomorrow in the afternoon. So this should not flip, hopefully. Right. Any second. And maybe I move them into actual system headers. Because I think it might make it nicer if it's not like in one big file, but I'm not sure. Although it might make it better as well in terms of compilation if I split them up. But perfect, so that is function number 1, more or less done. The settings are wrong, but we will deal with that as well tomorrow. So let's create the other function and then, yeah, I will call it a day for today, but we will be back tomorrow. So that would be, let's actually extract that. Well, kinda, let's actually private void generate system create. Which is basically that. Well, not quite. It's actually not quite that. Now we get the code generator. The engine system. And then we probably string engine type name. Why not? Generate system update. which will be basically very similar, but slightly different. I'm not sure where we probably still need to. Yeah, probably. Or we basically leave that out for now. So I get not that, I get functions. Wait, which type of thing how do I have? Oh yeah, get functions with update. And they are ordered by, and I get the first one, which is fine. And then I have my update function parameters. Update parameters is that, and then we have here a void update, which probably will change slightly. So I think currently the engine meta, the update takes an engine and delta game time. I think we will change that into an update context. Something like that. I think that makes more sense. And then, I mean, I don't think I have an if else, so basically it's more or less just that. Which is why I think I don't need anything else. Which is, we just call generator oh wait, we need the system as well, so here we would get an engine system. Something like that, right? Yeah. And it's static. And this one is static as well. Exactly. And then what we do is we cast our system to our type. So basically we say generator append. And that is our engine type name. And then we say this dot update. Actually, I think, hold on, I can I think do that. think I can do that. And then I don't think I need this anymore. Why is that not working? Oh. Scope. Enter. String scope. Exit. I think that should work. I guess we could call it different actually. Hold on. I could name that enter multi-line function for. And then we could have it like that, and that's where this and that at the end. Maybe. Then we have this. And this. And that goes away. And I think what I would probably want is wait. It's not what that's not what I wanted. But that one is like that. And I don't think this is correct. But we will do it like that for now. I don't think we need that. I will write a help for this here because I don't think I want to do it like that. Yeah. So far, so good. What else do I need? I think that would probably do it. Let's see what we get out of there. Probably horrible code. Wait, what? Custom build failed? Oh no. I think I might know what failed. I think if we don't have a function, then yeah. I guess those are bad examples, right? Because they don't actually have an update. I think, oh no, maybe the Windows system does? No, right? I think it doesn't have an update. No. And the, well, the, wait, the graphics system should have one, right? Or does it not? Oh, maybe not. Well. Bad luck. The asset system for sure doesn't have one either. And I don't think I have any other things here that could have one. While we chose the worst example then, I guess. But I think I know what happens as well is if update functions any is false, return. Yeah. Now we can publish that again. Then let's build a different one that actually has updates. For example, the input system, right? That one should at least generate a update function in theory. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, with that I will call it a day. We will finish the rest tomorrow. I don't think there's a lot left. With that it should pretty much then work out of the box. And we should be able to have everything in place. Why would you not have generated it? Well, alright, future me. To find out what happens here. Because I do think it should have regenerated those two. What the hell? Maybe it fails because of the previous ones failing. Maybe. Anyways, yeah, thank you very much for joining. We will see each other tomorrow. Probably 2:30. Maybe I'm a little bit late. I'm not sure yet. Because I want to spend some time with my fiance as well. I will be back though tomorrow for sure. Have a nice rest of your evening. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.